I want to get back to the issues of mental illness, but before that, the circumstance of him committing suicide and the work that you do and the guilt and shame that you bore from that. How did you grieve? What did you need in the aftermath? And how were people around you? Did you get the kind of support you needed? That's 4 questions.
Yes, and you're doing such a great job. I wish I had the whole hour, because
it's fascinating.
Here's something that I really want to say.
Yeah.
Because people, you know, when someone commits suicide, people say, what do I do for them? What do I do for the survivors? Because we're the victims.
You're left.
We're left. So if someone you know, if someone in your life, if someone you know has a family member that takes their life, the first and foremost thing you should do is be there. Run to their house, take them some food, sit beside them. Don't be afraid to show up for the survivor, because they need you. And then find, if you're someone who's lost the person you love, find a walking, talking partner, someone you can talk to, and surround yourself with support, whether it's medical support. Don't be afraid to turn to medication.
Oh, man,
okay?
I don't.
Oh, I mean, you know, if you need antidepressants or
Right.
you need a sleeping pill, go to your doctor, go to your minister, find someone you can talk to, because when you've lost someone to suicide, you need talk. You need to worry and talk, and then you need to really embrace. You go through this process, and there's this process where at first you detach emotionally, and then you go into anxiety and depression and this what-if thinking.
Oh,
how am I going to live without this person?
Well, even though you did take every step that you could to prevent your husband from taking his life, he did.
Right.
And there must have been an incredible amount of like, what shoulda, coulda, woulda, and it's my fault, and just being left with that
I think
got to have been
the
hard.
2 things that hang with you when you've lost a family member to suicide is guilt. What should I have done? What didn't I do? What could I have done? And then shame. You're so embarrassed. You just want to hide. And that's a huge reason I wrote this book. Is you shouldn't. First of all, if someone that you love took their life, it's not your fault.
That's an important thing to say.
No, because I don't care what you did. It's not worth taking your life over. Okay,
right.
The person that took their life was mentally challenged, emotionally challenged. They were probably on a medication that wasn't working for them, and that's a real problem.
Right.
Here's the thing: if we would take these people, if we would embrace suicide and mental illness, especially the way we embrace cancer. Okay, if our system.
What is it about? I'm sorry to interrupt, but it does seem like people look at mental illness and still act as if it's just a mood, and it's a disease. Why does the medical industry, why is our health insurance not helping people who have mental illness issues?
Great question. I mean, why is it that suicide's the 4th leading cause of death?
Doesn't that mean something?
Our government cut mental health resources by $1.8 billion in the last 3 years. It's because nobody wants to deal with it, and it's in the closet, kind of like AIDS and even gay rights was years ago. And until we embrace it the way we embrace cancer, here's what needs to happen. Okay, what we need to do is these people need to go into a system where for 3 months to a year, they're put on the right medications, and it's usually a cocktail of medications.
And it takes a while to see what works.
It takes 30 days, it takes 2 months.
Right.
And so if they were titrated properly in the proper environment, and they weren't allowed to walk out, and they were given proper therapy, guess what? My husband would still be alive today. Those 35 kindergartners would still be alive today. And I believe that we'd save a lot of lives and we'd cut costs. So we're not managing mental illness the way that it needs to be managed.
I will say this, because I think what you say about taking it out of the closet and making, I'm on antidepressants, they've made me feel so much better, and I'm really grateful for the changes in healthcare, because for the longest kind of time, I wasn't getting any money back for going to a shrink. It was all out of pocket, which is incredibly expensive.
And it's still very low. It's about like a third of what it should be.
Absolutely, but at least it's something.
It is
so
something.
That there now is at least the admission that having any kind of emotional issues or chemical imbalances are legitimate issues, legitimate, illnesses.
Absolutely, and at our age, we're going through menopause.
What are you talking about?
At 25, we're going through menopause.
I'm reading about menopause and thinking about it as a future issue.
But antidepressants can be very effective in treating menopause. But on the other side of the spectrum, if you're bipolar, there are certain antidepressants that you don't want to take because it will make you suicidal. So it's a very, very delicate issue. But yes, the coverage is getting better, but we still need to embrace mental illness.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
You need to talk about it as a family member, and you need to be very involved in getting your family member the proper treatment if they're suffering from depression, bipolar disorder, or anxiety.
Oh, I could talk to you about this for the entire show. You've got to all go pick up a copy of Lucinda's new book, Truth Be Told. It is in stores now. And you can go to Lucinda's website, lucindabassett-truthbetold.com, for more information. Up next, our FameStream Media Panel.